Juniper Tree.
My grandma used to read this one.
Oh, okay. Now, my dear, said old Mrs. Rabbit one morning, you may go to the fields or down the lane. But don't go into Mr. McGregor's garden. Your father had an accident there. He was put in a pie by Mrs. McGregor. Ooh, she sounds like a very good cook. Now run along and don't get into mischief. I am going out. Oh, look at there. They got little bunny rabbit jackets. Yeah. Then old Mrs. Rabbit took a basket and her umbrella and went through the woods to the baker's. She bought a loaf of brown bread and 5 currant buns. Huh, that surprises me. I figured since she's a rabbit, she'd have bought carrot cake. Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail were good little bunnies. Went down the lane to gather blackberries. You go to Pally, or you just love Flopsy and Mopsy?
No, I'm doing a dance for him.
Oh, okay, that's fine. But Peter, who was very naughty, ran straight away to Mr. McGregor's garden. And he squeezed under the gate. Boy, that looks like that was a pretty tight squeeze. First he ate some lettuces and some French beans, and then he ate some radishes. And then, feeling rather sick, he went to look for some parsley. You like parsley? Never had it?
No.
It ain't too bad.
I like it.
Oh, good.
I like parsley.
Okay. But round the end of a cucumber frame, whom should he meet but Mr. McGregor? Mr. McGregor was on his hands and knees planting.
No, Fief, no! No, Fief, no!
Oh. But he jumped up and ran after Peter, waving a rake and calling what?
No, Fief, no! No, Fief, no!
Oh, I thought it was stop thief.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stop, Fief. Stop, Fief.
Okay. Does he stop? I better read to figure it out.
Stop.
Okay.
Stop, Fief. But he's
Dun-dun.
still running.
Doesn't look like he's stopping. Peter was most dreadfully frightened. He rushed all over the garden, for he had forgotten the way back to the gate. He lost one of his little shoes among the cabbages, and the other shoe among the potatoes. After losing them, he ran on 4 legs and went faster, so that I think he might have gotten away altogether if he had not unfortunately run into the gooseberry net and got caught by the large buttons on his jacket.
I like gooseberries.
You do? So did the
Kitchen
goose.
counter.
It was a blue jacket with brass buttons, quite new.
Kitchen counter.
That's too bad.
Oh, I thought I saw it on the kitchen counter just now.
Mr. Gherkins.
Okay. So Peter gave himself up for lost and shed big tears. But his sobs are overheard by some friendly sparrows who flew to him in great excitement and implored him to exert himself.
Go finish the story.
Mr. McGregor came up with a seed, which he intended to pop upon the top of Peter. But Peter wiggled out just in time, leaving his jacket behind, and rushed into the tool shed and jumped into a can. It would have been a beautiful thing to hide in if it hadn't had so much water in it. Yuck. Mr. McGregor
It
was...
doesn't say yuck.
It doesn't say yuck? What's that word then?
It says, I hope it doesn't have too much water in it.
Oh, well, that's right. You're right, there's no yuck in it. So, Mr. McGregor was quite sure that Peter was somewhere in the tool shed, perhaps hidden underneath a flower pot. He began to turn them over carefully, looking under each. Presently, Peter sneezed. What does it sound like when somebody sneezes? Achoo! This one says curdy chew. I don't know how that works. But Mr. McGregor was after him in no time, and tried to put his foot upon Peter, who jumped out of a window, upsetting 3 plants. The window was too small for Mr. McGregor, and he was tired of running after Peter, so he went back to work. Peter sat down to rest. He was out of breath and trembling with fright, and he had not the least idea which way to go. Also, he was very damp from sitting in that can. After a time, he began to wonder about going, how did he go? Schnippity, schnippity.
Shippity, snippity, snippity.
I thought it was it's lippity, lippity.
Snippity, snippity,
Lippity,
snippity.
lippity, lippity.
Snippity, snippity,
Not very fast and
snippity.
looking all around.
Snip, snip, snip.
He found a door in the wall, but it was locked and there was no room for a fat little rabbit to squeeze underneath. God, he must have ate too much stuff. An old mouse was running in and out over the stone doorstep, carrying peas and beans to her family in the woods. Peter asked her the way to the gate, but she had such a large pea in her mouth that she could not answer. She only shook her head at him. Peter began to cry. Then he tried to find his way straight across the garden, but he became more and more puzzled. Presently he came to a pond where Mr. McGregor filled his watering cans. A white cat was staring at some goldfish. She sat very, very still, but now and then when the tip of her tail twitched as if it were alive. Peter thought it was best to go away without speaking to her. He had heard about cats from his cousin, little Benjamin Bunny.
Go finish.
He went back towards the tool shed, but suddenly, quite close to him, he heard the noise of a hoe. Scritch, scratch, scritch, scratch, scritch. Okay. He's really hoeing. What do you think he's hoeing for?
He's looking for something.
Yeah, get rid of the weeds. Peter scuttered underneath the bushes, but presently, as nothing happened, he came out and climbed upon a wheelbarrow and peeped over. The first thing he saw was Mr. McGregor hoeing onions. His back was turned towards Peter, and beyond him was a gate. Peter got down very quietly off the wheelbarrow and started running as fast as he could along a straight walk behind some of the black currant bushes. Mr. McGregor caught sight of him at the corner, but Peter did not care. He slipped underneath the gate and was safe at last in the woods outside the garden. Mr. McGregor hung up the little jacket and shoes for a scarecrow to frighten the blackbirds. It doesn't look like it's doing too good a job. Peter never stopped running or looked behind him till he got home to the big fir tree. He was so tired that he flopped down upon the nice soft sand on the floor of the rabbit hole and shut his eyes. His mother was very busy cooking. She wondered what he had done with his clothes. It was the second little jacket and pair of shoes that Peter had lost in a fortnight. Ooh, not a fortnight yet. And I'm so sorry to say that Peter was not very well during the evening. His mother came to put him to bed and made some chamomile tea, and she gave him a dose of it to Peter. 1 tablespoon to be taken at bedtime. But who are these cats?
Martin, cockatoo.
Had what? Bread and milk and blackberries for supper. That sounds D-double-licious. The end.
The end.
The end. There you are.
Give him a hug. Good night.
No, it's your turn.
Oh, I know. Give Grandpa Lauren a hug. Good night.
Nighty night, sweetheart.
Good night.